The stars shimmered like diamonds scattered across an infinite black canvas, their cold light mocking the fragile beings who dared to venture beyond their cradle. For centuries, humanity had gazed at the cosmos with awe and longing, dreaming of reaching those distant pinpricks of light. But dreams were one thing. Survival in the unforgiving void of deep space was another. The Zorathians, a race of towering insectoid aliens with iridescent carapaces and minds as sharp as razor blades, had long dismissed humans as incapable of enduring such perilous journeys. To them, Earth's inhabitants were little more than primitive creatures, clinging desperately to their pale blue dot. But tonight, everything changed. The Zorathian cruiser Zytharian drifted silently through the Kuiper Belt, its crew monitoring the edge of human territory with detached curiosity. They had come not out of fear, but boredom, expecting nothing more than a routine patrol near the outer rim of Sol system. Humanity's expansion into space had been laughable by galactic standards. Rudimentary ships cobbled together from scavenged materials, life support systems prone to failure, and crews that could barely survive months away from their homeworld, without succumbing to madness or disease. Captain Vrylak stood on the bridge, his segmented legs clicking softly against the metallic floor as he peered through the viewport. His mandibles twitched in annoyance. "This sector is barren," he hissed to his second-in-command, Xylora. "Why do we waste resources patrolling here? These humans are no threat." Xylora tilted her head, her multifaceted eyes glinting faintly. "Command insists we maintain vigilance. Rumors suggest they've developed new technologies, perhaps even faster than light travel. If true, it would be troubling." Vrylak let out a rasping chuckle. Humans? Mastering FTL? Preposterous. Their biology is too frail for such endeavors. Even if they manage to leave their system, they'll perish within cycles. Before Xylora could respond, the ship's sensors flared to life. A swarm of objects emerged from behind Pluto's shadow, moving with unnatural precision. Vrylak froze, his antennae quivering as the data streamed in. Dozens of vessels, sleek and angular, bristling with weaponry and glowing faintly with energy signatures, unlike anything the Zorathians had encountered before. "Human ships," Xylora whispered, her voice tinged with disbelief. "How did they must have stolen this technology," Vrylak snapped, his tone laced with anger. "No species so weak could innovate so quickly." On board the lead vessel of the human fleet, Admiral Elena Vasquez gripped the railing of the command deck as she watched the alien cruiser loom larger on the holographic display. Her heart pounded, but her expression remained calm. Years of preparation, sacrifice, and ingenuity had led to this moment. She wasn't about to let fear dictate her actions. "Status report," she ordered, her voice steady despite the tension crackling in the air. Lieutenant Marcus Kane tapped furiously at his console. 12 ships detected, all Zorathian-class cruisers. Weapons armed, shields active. They're broadcasting a message on multiple frequencies." "Let's hear it," Vasquez said. The bridge speakers crackled to life, and a distorted voice filled the room. It spoke in broken English, clearly synthesized for communication purposes. "You are trespassing in restricted space. Turn back immediately or face annihilation." Vasquez exchanged glances with her executive officer, Commander Sarah Lynn. Both women knew what was at stake. This wasn't just about defending Earth. It was about proving humanity's place among the stars. "Send our reply," Vasquez said firmly. "Tell them we're here to negotiate peaceful coexistence, and if they refuse, prepare for engagement." The free Zorathians didn't respond verbally. Instead, their cruisers surged forward, weapons blazing. Bright beams of plasma streaked across the void, illuminating the darkness with deadly intent. The human fleet scattered, their movements choreographed with eerie synchronization. Decades of simulations and training paid off as the smaller, nimbler ships dodged the incoming fire with ease. "Deploy countermeasures," Vasquez barked. "Target their propulsion systems." Missiles erupted from the human vessels, trailing plumes of ionized gas as they streaked toward the enemy. One struck true, crippling a Zorathian cruiser and sending it spiraling out of control. Cheers erupted on the bridge, but Vasquez silenced them with a raised hand. "Don't get cocky," she warned. "They outnumber us. Stay sharp." As the battle raged on, the Zorathians found themselves increasingly frustrated. Their superior firepower should have overwhelmed the humans, yet the Earth fleet fought with a tenacity and adaptability that defied logic. Every time they adjusted their tactics, the humans seemed to anticipate their moves, countering with devastating precision. Captain Vrylak clenched his claws tightly, his exoskeleton creaking under the strain. "What sorcery is this?" he growled. "How can they possibly match us?" Xylora studied the sensor readings carefully. "Their neural interfaces. They're linked somehow. Each ship reacts as though controlled by a single mind." Vrylak's eyes widened in realization. "Impossible! Such technology requires decades of development. How could they—" His words were cut short as another Zorathian cruiser exploded in. A brilliant flash of light. The remaining ships began to retreat, their once confident demeanor replaced by panic. With the Zorathians in disarray, Vasquez gave the order to stand down. The human fleet regrouped, battered but victorious. Exhaustion weighed heavily on the crew, but there was no mistaking the pride in their eyes. They had faced an advanced alien species, and won. Admiral Vasquez stepped onto the bridge's central platform, addressing her officers. "Today, we proved something important, not just to the Zorathians, but to ourselves. We showed that humanity isn't defined by our limitations, but by our resilience, our ability to adapt, innovate, and overcome. This is only the beginning." The fleet set course for home. The galaxy took notice. Word spread rapidly among the stars. Earth's fragile, insignificant humans had ventured into deep space and survived. Against all odds, they had earned their place among the cosmos, and they weren't going anywhere,